Welcome to the Fast Five by Fear and Greed. I'm Michael Thompson, and good morning, Sean Aylmer.
Good morning, Michael.
Good morning, Adam Lang.
Good morning, Michael.
Isn't this fun? We are looking today for the biggest story from the year, the biggest corporate story from the last 12 months. At the end of it, we're all going to kind of put our stories forward and we're going to pick a winner, which is a very democratic process. I think one person just kind of decides who wins and everyone just goes along with it. Very, very polite. Let's jump in. Sean, what do you reckon the biggest corporate story was this year?
Well, look, for mine, it's AGL Energy. What an incredible year. They began the year wanting to split into two. They were going to break into their dirty assets, which is sort of coal-fired power stations, and clean assets, which is energy retailing. Then their CEO stood down and everything went awry. Investors became very upset that AGL was splitting the group rather than taking on the responsibility for cleaning up its act. Suddenly, there was a takeover bid from a consortium, including the private equity group Brookfield, which is a Canadian crowd, and Mike Cannon-Brooks's Grok Ventures. Mike Cannon-Brooks, of course, is the billionaire, made his money via Atlassian. Ultimately, that bid failed, though Grok Ventures is on the AGL Energy share registry and is one of the largest shareholders in that. Since then, we've had management resigning. We've had directors resigning. We've had a company without really a clear strategy in arguably the most important strategic industry in the economy, energy. AGL, wow, what a story. A great story for newspapers, a dreadful story for shareholders. And I think that has been the kind of most important corporate story of the year.
Oh, you've got this ability to just kind of even convince me to the point that I don't even want to nominate my story anymore because I'm like, yes, AGL is the biggest corporate story of the year. While I recover, Adam, would you like to go next?
Bravely send me in for sure. So for me, it's casinos. In recent years, there have been inquiries into Crown Resorts and the Star in New South Wales, Victoria, Western Australia and Queensland. And later this year, the South Australian government thought they should have a look into Sky City's operations, owing to broader systemic issues within the casino industry. The revelations have been remarkable, from money laundering and fraud to colourful high rollers, and the impact on company values and boards has been destructive. In November, the Blackstone-owned Crown Resorts recorded a loss of just under $1 billion. The Star Entertainment Group on 13 December, ASIC commenced civil penalty proceedings in the federal court against 11 current and former directors for alleged breaches of their duties. Then it got another kick in the shins as the New South Wales government announced a proposal to increase taxes on casinos. Whack.
Yeah, cracking story, that one, I've got to say.
My favourite part was how it came to a very sudden end.
Whack.
Yep. It was and it kind of left me reeling.
Well, I think they'll be happy to have this year behind them.
Yeah, I suspect you might be right. My biggest corporate story this year is probably something that a lot of people would want to have behind them as well, because it's the way that cybercrime became so mainstream and just really started hitting businesses kind of left, right and centre. Plenty of smaller attacks, of course, but there were two that really grabbed the headlines in 2022, Optus and Medibank. In the case of Optus, almost 10 million customers had their details stolen, really kind of valuable identification details, things like passport and driver's license numbers, even Medicare numbers, things like that. Then not long after that, we had private health insurer Medibank hacked by a Russian crime group, exposing the data of almost 4 million customers, really personal stuff dumped on the dark web, medical records and the like, after Medibank refused to pay a $15 million ransom. After these attacks, there was, interestingly, a surge in demand for cyber insurance. Other companies have revealed they've been hit, like MyDeal, owned by Woolworths, Energy Australia as well. Boards are certainly taking it seriously. So too the government, which has set up a new task force to try and disrupt attacks before they happen. But this affects every company in this country. And I know cybercrime's been around for a while, but it feels like 2022 is the year of the hacker.
The year of the hacker. Oh, I like that.
Did you like that? It just came to me in just a flash of brilliance.
Yeah, year of the hacker. Adam ended with whack. Very different stories, the three of them, because cybercrime has really been a feature, particularly late in the year. Casinos has managed the whole year, as has AGL and Energy. Biggest story, guys? We've got to come to some sort of conclusion on this one.
Oh, I think it's cybercrime.
Oh, I'm not going to argue. All right, cybercrime it is. There we go. Thank you very much, Sean. Thank you, Adam. That's it for today. Make sure you hit follow on the podcast. I'm Michael Thompson, and this is The Fast Five by Fear and Greed.